Hello, and today we are here with chapter 15. So what's happening in chapter 15? Enigmatic strikes back. Oh, this guy, Mr. Enigmatic, what is he up to this time, huh? Let's move on and check it out. For the grammar topics today, we are talking about past continuous and also about conjunctions. So friends, let's move on, and right now we begin chapter 15. So, our first topic for chapter 15 is past continuous. Remember that in chapter 13 we studied simple past. So past continuous is a little different. Let's understand why. In past continuous, the structure is the subject, I, you, the doctor, Peter, Mary, or Larry, plus the verb to be, was or were, and the main verb with ing. There's an example here. I was sleeping. So as you can see, we are using the subject, we are using the verb to be, and we are using the verb with ing. They were dancing. Again, we are using the subject, we are using the verb to be, and we are using the verb with ing. But different from simple past, past continuous has an interaction with other actions. That's right, it means that in one sentence where you use past continuous, there will be also another action normally in simple past or in the past continuous. Let's understand again why. Look at this reference sentence. I was coming home yesterday when my car broke down. And I was coming home yesterday while my mom was cooking lunch. So what's the composition of that sentence? There is when one action was in progress at a certain moment in the past, which is this case here, two possible situations happen. One, another action interrupted it. Two, another action was in progress too. So that's right, for past continuous, we have one reference action in progress, and we have two extra actions having an interaction with this one, and that interaction is interrupted this action or together with this action. So that's right, that idea is possible because of the conjunctions when and while. So every time that one action is in progress, I use when and I use another action in simple past, the idea you have is interruption. But when one action is in progress, you use while and then you put another part of the sentence in past continuous, what you have is simultaneity. These two actions, they were happening together at a specific moment in the past. Another example for you. I was sleeping last night when my cell phone rang. So as you can see, the second action, my cell phone rang, interrupted the first action, I was sleeping. So of course, I got very angry. In another case, I would say, I was sleeping last night while my friend was watching TV. So there's no interruption in this case. We only have two actions happening simultaneously at the same time in the past. Primarily, this is the idea for past continuous. So let us give you some more examples so that you can understand things a little better, right? So here we are having simultaneity and interruption, which are the two ideas of past continuous. And we are having the structure so that you remember when plus simple past and while plus past continuous. So look at this picture, right? We have four people, they are all performing their actions. I would ask you a question. When Sue's boss came to talk to her, what was she doing? As you can see, when Sue's boss came to talk to her, Sue was working on her laptop. But while Susan was talking to her boss, what was Bill doing? So while Sue was talking to her boss, what was Bill doing? Well, unfortunately, while Sue was talking to her boss, Bill was sleeping. I think Sue and her boss, they were talking about Bill, right? And one more example is, while Bill was sleeping, what was Nancy doing? So as you can see, Bill was performing an action and Nancy was performing another action at the same time. So while Bill was sleeping, Nancy was singing. I know what you're thinking. This is a very nice company to work for, isn't it? But anyway, this is the idea of past continuous. In that case, we are talking about simultaneity. When Sue's boss came to talk to her, Sue was working. While Sue was working, Bill was sleeping. And while Bill was sleeping, Nancy was singing. Let's move on and let's see a different situation now. So now we have a different picture. It's also people working. Well, I don't know if they're really working, but let's see what's going on. When Matt arrived, what was Sam doing? So let's invert the order so that we can have interruption in that case. Sam was attacking Jane when Matt arrived. So as you can see, Matt's action interrupted Sam's action. So by the time Matt arrived and grabbed Sam, Sam's action of attacking Jane was interrupted. So again, we have Sam was attacking Jane when Matt arrived. Another example is when Sam attacked Jane, what was she doing? So as you can see in here, when Sam attacked Jane, she was talking to Nick or she was talking to Lucy. Another example is while Sam and Jane were fighting, what were Lucy and Nick doing? Now we have two simultaneous actions. So while Sam and Jane were fighting, Lucy and Nick were talking, maybe about a project. So as you can see, past continuous will always be used with the idea of interruption or simultaneity. And it's up to you to decide whether you are using interruption or simultaneity. Got it? Okay, now the exercise is going to be a little different. You are going to tell us what you were doing at a specific time today or yesterday, and what the people around you were doing at a specific time today or yesterday. So let's begin. At 7 a.m. today or at 7 a.m. yesterday, what were you doing and what were people around you doing? Very nice. In my case, at 7 a.m. today, I was sleeping and my friend was getting ready to go to work. Second, at 10 a.m. today or at 10 a.m. yesterday, what were you doing and what were people around you doing? So at 10 a.m. today, I was working and my friend was going home for lunch. 3. At midday, today or yesterday, what were you doing? What were people around you doing? At 12 p.m. today or at midday or at noon, as you wish, I was having lunch and my friend was also having lunch. 4. At 2 p.m. today or at 2 p.m. yesterday. Well, at 2 p.m. yesterday, I was working really hard and my friend was relaxing at home. 5. At 4 p.m. today or at 4 p.m. yesterday, what were you doing? What were people around you doing? Okay, so at 4 p.m. yesterday, I was also working and my friend was getting ready to go to college. 6. At 6 p.m. today or 6 p.m. yesterday, what were you doing and what were the people doing? So at 6 p.m. yesterday, I was going home and my friend was studying at college. At 8 p.m. today or at 8 p.m. yesterday. So at 8 p.m. yesterday, I was watching TV and my friend was still studying at college. At 11 p.m. today or 11 p.m. yesterday. At 11 p.m. yesterday, I was sleeping and my friend was going home. And at last to finish, at 3 a.m. today or 3 a.m. yesterday. At 3 a.m. yesterday, I was sleeping and my friend was also sleeping. So remember, simple past is an action that started and finished in a specific time in the past. But past continuous is not an action that started and finished. It's an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. This is very important. Never forget it. Okay, our next topic for chapter 15 is about the conjunctions. But what are conjunctions? Easy. Conjunctions are used to link words and ideas within a sentence. They can be used either in the beginning or in the middle of the sentence, and that depends specifically on the conjunction. We have brought you today the most important conjunctions for conversational English, and they are but, although, because, when, and. So, we have some sentences here so that we can understand basically the idea of these conjunctions. So, for example, I will travel tomorrow, but I still have to buy the airplane tickets. Or, my friends invited me to a party and to a rock concert. Or, there is no one outside when it is Sunday morning. Or, yesterday was a difficult day because I had a very difficult test at college. Or, I enjoy listening to music and reading books. And English is not a difficult language, although it's quite different from Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian. As you can see, in one sentence you can use any conjunction that you want, but of course, the idea that you are having from that sentence is going to be different every time you change the conjunctions. Conjunctions are very important in conversational English. That's right. Okay, now some extra practice to see if you really understand the conjunctions. So, complete the sentences with the conjunction that you consider mostly appropriate. I ate pizza. Very nice. I ate pizza and pasta. Call me. Call me when you're ready. He is ugly. He is ugly, but very smart. I like him. I like him, although he is boring. When she calls me, I'll tell the truth. They left. They left because of the rain. She likes dogs. She likes dogs, but I don't. I'll be happy. I'll be happy if you come. So as you can see, these are the most important conjunctions for conversational English. I hope you have understood and see you next time.